What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. The most important topic that we've ever covered on the podcast, I think, to date is, can Jason fight Tam? The answer to that is in the first 10 minutes of the pod.
He hasn't come out of his room. He's fucking too scared.
And then we jump into how to get the clients you want and our story of how we've been able to create so many photo shoot clients, bodybuilder, physique competitors, powerlifters, even into like more athletic pursuits of endurance and all that kind of stuff, performance training. Really useful episode. We reflect a lot on how we were able to be so successful in face-to-face business and why we have the client books that we do now. We even disagreed a couple of times, which is always fun. The audience loves when we have beef.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was mine. I just built it up. It's all right. People love it. All right, enjoy the episode. Before you jump in, though, don't forget to hit follow or subscribe. Do something just to engage with the pod, help it get some reach. And if you do want to work with us, if you're having trouble in your business, you want to add more income, you want to be a better trainer, you want to attract the people you want, head to stcfit.com, check out the STC Learn, pick a program that's right for you, and we can have a chat very soon. All right. Enjoy the app. I got you. No, I don't actually.
Yeah.
It's a direct interview for you for the next 45 minutes.
30-minute interviews all you get.
Get your shit going.
30-minute interviews all you get. My time is valuable.
Let's get shit going.
It's all right. We're
I
good.
know you're passionate about this topic, so we'll be fine.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about most things.
So I have a question for
Health
you
and fitness.
before we start.
PT.
We're just talking about combat sports.
Yeah.
How at what level do you have to be to overcome a large body weight discrepancy? Like how good? So if you're walking down the street at 97 kilos, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there's
Someone who's like 60 kilos.
someone that does jiu-jitsu that's 70 kilos.
Yeah.
Or a martial art or
I know what you mean.
any combat sport, kickboxing,
I reckon.
Muay Thai. It's like at what point
Yeah.
can they kick your ass?
So,
Regardless
This
of
is-
how big they are.
so the hardest part of this question, right, is how well skilled are they?
That's what I
Because-
mean. So it's like you can do it in
No, because there's like a weight. So there's a weight where it doesn't matter if you're fucking Jet Li, I'm fucking you up. Like, because I'm bigger than you, right?
Yeah.
So there's still, like, say you're 60 kilos, like, I could beat the shit out of Bruce Lee. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's 60 kilos. It's like,
Do
bro.
you reckon you're getting a hand on him though?
I don't know. But, like, he's going to kick me. It's not going to hurt. Actually, you know what?
It's like the greatest action hero of all time. Like, I'll fucking take him,
No,
bro.
you know what? I retract that because I copped a couple of leg kicks in Thailand to the quad. Fucking hell, that landed me on the ground.
Uh-huh.
So I still think in that scenario, 60 kilos, like I'm 97, man. There's weight.
Yeah.
You know.
Was I 80? Was I reckon it's like 85 kilos or something? You got one punch knockout power, regardless.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
you're below that. You can take a couple. You'll be
Yeah.
right.
Like, and it's like, you know, you're like, oh, he's quick. It's like, bro, he's only got like a ring. I'll get him. Like, I'll catch him.
I don't mean in a ring.
Oh, in
It's
a street fight.
Yeah.
I still reckon if you had 30 kilos on someone, you're fucking them up. Doesn't matter how.
Until
good
what point?
So
So you would back yourself in a street fight with black belt jiu-jitsu.
black belt jiu-jitsu at 60 kilos. Yeah.
I said 70, but
A 70, 27 kilos. Yeah, I don't think he'd be strong enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like. It might
is
be
it
really.
is it a strength sport?
Well, it's
though?
like it's like there is to a degree because you look at like the best guys, like it's because grappling, right?
So that's what I'm thinking,
you
right?
know.
So you're in a, and say like the street fight's like we're just gonna do wrestling, no striking. So it's like, well, because I was looking at this like couch to 20 weeks couch to the ring thing. I'm not gonna do it because like just for a number of reasons. Well, Amy killing me is one of them.
Yeah,
So
good one.
yeah, it's like I don't have to worry about what happens in the ring. It's what
Yeah.
happens when I get
100%.
out of the ring.
Yeah, if you hurt yourself once, you fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
You know that like 90 kilos versus
Yeah.
Amy's down to like, I don't know, low 60s. I'ma still lose that fight.
Yeah.
So at what I was like, it's not going to be weight class based. They're going to be like, you two are kind of similar.
Yeah.
So we're going to put you in the ring together.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
What's the
weight difference that I can just stand up?
Yeah, well, I'd say like maybe like 10 kilos. That wouldn't matter.
Because I'm like, I'd be thinking I could probably, my striking's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because I've done a year of boxing.
So we're talking wrestling only, though. You said before
Let's just-
the hypothetical situation.
Let's unpack it all. It's fun.
Well, look, in jiu-jitsu,
So this is an MMA
a
fight.
70 kilo person who's going to try and wrestle me with jiu-jitsu, I'm going to say probably doesn't have the strength to overcome me at the start. However,
they get hold of you, it's over.
Mate, I can't even fucking breathe sitting down.
Over.
I can't even breathe right now.
You also can't scratch your own back.
I'll be gassed. Yeah, that's what I mean. So but
so if they get you from the back, you're fucking done, bro.
Yeah, I know. It'd be real.
So how good do you need to be?
How long are we fighting for?
How good do you till it's over? How good do you need to be to get through your first 5 seconds?
I'm done.
To get you from the back.
Yeah, true.
And put you to sleep.
Do you reckon?
Or get you in an armbar.
So do you reckon, in my circumstance, say I'm fighting Tam, and he's like a fucking
weapon,
Jet Li incarnation. I would have to be purposely I have to lay this. I've got 5 seconds.
And he has to die.
Put this. I've got 5 seconds to sleep this motherfucker. And if I don't, I'm out.
So I was doing the math in my head, and I was like, in this rookie fight thing, couch to 20 weeks, you're in the ring, you're doing it.
Yeah, but you're training for it. It's different.
Yeah. But running this math, I was like, 90% of those fights is going to be who gets tired first.
Yeah.
So I know I would back myself. I'm probably going to hit harder than most people that I'm going to be put up against.
Yeah.
So I just need to be calm enough for long enough that opportunity comes my way.
Yeah.
But I was playing the game of what's the weight difference that I could just stand up?
Yeah.
What are you searching there?
What are you searching there?
Could I beat up a 70-kilo black belt?
So what is the weight difference where someone could
a highly skilled martial
beat
artist
somebody up irrespective of skill, irrespective of their skill in combat sport?
Because what's Floyd weigh? They were 60-something, weren't they?
Yeah, 55, 57. I don't know. It was small.
So
I've seen him in real life. He's tiny.
Would you fight him?
In a boxing match? No fucking way. In a street fight.
That's a 40-kilo discrepancy.
I'd fight him in a street fight.
Yeah, you're just going to sit on him.
Yeah, fucking maul him.
Yeah.
Fucking bite his ears. All right, so it says, so are we doing this? All right, here's the rough breakdown. It says 0 to 10 kilos. Skill still dominates. Trained 75-kilo fighter will usually dismantle an untrained 85-kilo fighter. 10 to 20 kilos, now it depends. If the heavier person has any aggression or physicality, they could start to overwhelm the lighter skilled person, especially in grappling and close range.
Yeah.
Now, this is where Tam and I fight. 20 kilos plus. This is where things get messy. A 90-kilo untrained strong person can do serious damage to a 70-kilo trained fighter, especially if it turns into a brawl and not a clean martial arts exchange. Absolutely.
So street fight, you got him.
Well, it'd be like the 100 people versus the gorilla. Like you're gonna overpower the gorilla at some point. It's just you don't want to be the first.
You don't want to be one of the first 25,
the first 25
people.
In half. Yeah. Where for Tam, he might get a couple of good shots and fuck, but then I'm just gonna come here, you little bastard.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna get tired too from just.
Yeah.
Remember when we were boxing, they said to lean on the person if you're bigger than them? So the other person's still going to tire. It's just I won't have good cardio, but my overwhelming mass will be the thing that balances out the playing field.
Can you ask, is this different if they're trained in jiu-jitsu?
Is this different?
If they're well trained in jiu-jitsu.
If they are
This is the highest quality content there.
Can you tell we've been doing this? Can you tell we've been doing this for 4 hours so far?
This is the best content we've ever put out.
If the person is well trained in jiu-jitsu, the dynamic changes, but only up to a point. So 10-kilo difference, jiu-jitsu will smash them. Yeah. 10 to 20-kilo difference, the BJJ player can still dominate, but they'll have to work harder. The 20-kilo difference, this is where jiu-jitsu starts to bend. If the bigger person is athletic and aggressive, it can become a serious problem. Submissions like triangles, arm bars, and even chokes just get harder to finish because of the sheer strength and size and grip breaking force.
Yeah.
Getting pinned or stuck under a 110 kilo person feels like drowning even on black belts. So, like, if I just leant on Tam like this,
Slate on him.
I'd be like, try and get off me, bro. Yeah, like, even if Tam tried to choke me, I'd be like, get out of here.
Well, that's, I was like,
You
getting you from the back is the most dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you can't really, unless you like run into a wall or something.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't really get out of that because you don't have the skill to.
But like, what if he tried to? Even if he put his arms around me, I'm like, no. So there's got to be a point. There has to be a point where like,
Poor Tam's copping it.
if you were like big and weak,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're big and strong, you're just gonna be like, no, fuck off. Like,
stop that.
You know. And you're going to be able to, like, I'll be able to pick him up and body slam him. We're creating something here. Like, he comes in here, I'm going to fucking spear him.
What did you say?
Yeah, it's like, what'd you fucking say to me, bro? Yeah. So, 20 kilos. There you go. Which I think makes sense. Like, if you look at the UFC, like, back in the day when they fought each other and shit, it's like, those people are, like, getting fucked up. Like,
Yeah. Like
that size.
Just like.
Yeah, like if Bob Sapp just, like, fought fucking, I don't know, like, who was that angry guy? Ken Shamrock? Like, I feel like he would beat him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Butterbean. He was hilarious. He was on his back and he couldn't get up. It's like a butchie boy on his back.
Jesus. Hit the like and follow, subscribe button right now because that was fucking. That's the best intro we've ever
Quality
done.
content.
Yeah.
Quality content.
I'm still not doing it.
Nah.
There'll be no.
I'm not fighting no one, man. Fuck.
Nah.
No way.
Like my brain too much.
Yeah. Everyone like just thinks like because you're big and strong, like you Jays will get him. I'm like, man, I'll be the first one fucking out of here.
And also because you are 97 kilos, and as it said, it gets messy. It's like just fucking leave that situation alone.
No chance. I'm out. I don't want none of that shit.
Yeah. So we had a really cool conversation in Q&A yesterday that's popped up a lot for us around. I don't want to make it specifically about the question, but we'll talk about what it was. So the question was, strength coach who's in a kind of big box environment, health club, knows that most people in there want to lose weight, but is anxious about promising a body composition change because of taking our advice and knows that we need a promise. But it's kind of like, I don't know if I can get that resolved, and I know I'm a really good strength coach, but I don't know if I'm that good at body composition. That came to my mind of like the way I see personal training from like 100 foot up in a health club. Everyone goes to the health club to look and feel better.
Yeah.
And like feel better is usually based on looking better most of the time. And then me included, I'm not having a pot shot. Personal trainers can just be a little bit self-righteous with their training modalities.
Yeah.
My system's better than yours. CrossFit's better than powerlifting. It's better than bodybuilding. It's better than whatever. There's all this like fucking
Absolutely.
ego pushed around everywhere that my training modality is better. Yeah. The client just wants to fucking look better.
Yes.
So they come in, they meet a personal trainer who becomes a person of influence, and they influence that person to pursue the training modality that they probably have a bias to, more times than not. So the mums that we trained didn't come in and be like, I want to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
They came in and they were like, I want to train better. I want to look better. I want to feel stronger. And we were like, well, if you train like the best body composition people in the world, you probably improve your body composition the fastest.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. I got into strength and I was biased towards that. So it's like, cool, we're still going to pursue fat loss, but we're also going to lean into being really strong and technical, and you'll get all these wins from adding weight to the bar and stuff. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
That's really what
absolutely.
a place with 20 trainers is?
Yeah, the how you train people is somewhat of an extension of yourself until you have the self-awareness to go, who's the person in front of me, what's the best for them? So yeah, absolutely.
Even then, I feel like it's just an adaptation of your favorite thing, though.
Of course it is.
Like if you're a power strength coach, you just like, and they're like, I don't really like barbell lifts. You still train them for strength. You just don't use a barbell.
There's still a bit of flavour there.
Yeah. You don't all of a sudden become
Yeah.
the resident strength S&C coach that's got people doing like
Yeah.
single leg jumps and shit on a ladder. Like you don't move that far,
No.
even if the client might actually really enjoy it,
Yeah.
because you're not that coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that in mind, I've been reflecting on our careers and this topic and why some people are successful and why some people aren't. So I know a lot of bodybuilders that don't make it in terms of like they're good, their technical knowledge is good, they write good programs, they understand the body well, that don't make it as PTs. Same as powerlifting, same as S&C, and I think they probably cover the three.
Most people, yeah.
Yeah, you've maybe got some rehab coaches and stuff on the fringe.
Yeah.
So the ones that don't make it, I think, because we did it by accident, was like, let's service the primary goal at the front end. But through the process, because we're so passionate and we love what we do so much, that's going to rub off on you and you'll fall in love with our training modality too. When they fall in love with the training modality, the first outcome that they had, which was lose 5 kilos, comes down on the priority, and then you're able to move into athlete zone, which is how we have built so many competitors, both in strength sports. I've done it for strength sports, Tough Mudder, body composition. You've done it for heaps of shit as well, powerlifting, body composition, endurance shit, I assume, at some point. Nah, fuck them.
Nah, I actually sent someone just to another PT for that.
Went away. Don't talk to me.
If you can't lift the heavy circles, you're dead to me.
Yeah. So then I was like, cool, so we've got this promise element on the start.
Yeah.
So maybe just give your insight as to like what you said in the Q&A, what your feedback was to that trainer.
I can't even remember what I said.
What would you say to a trainer that's really passionate about their modality,
Yeah.
that's working in a health club where everyone just wants to look better?
Yeah, so they don't have people coming to them, right? That's
Correct.
the thing, yeah? All right. I'm going to absolutely drop a huge bomb on this. So I put a post out yesterday saying before people came to me, I was creating the people that I wanted. And that's the thing that we speak about a lot with the outside looking in. It's like, we've got this book of clientele. Everybody's like, can't wait to have better clients. Can't wait for this. You guys have all of these, people that are really locked in and dedicated and all that. The reason why we do is because we looked at everybody and was like, I have a system and a higher level of standards that I'm going to hold you to, and I'm going to relentlessly show you how to execute it. Mm-hmm. And what that did was created a bunch of people who were what other people would have looked at them and said had no chance and had no shot, and turned them into people who were like, I wish I could look like them.
Yep.
So what that did is it showed everyone else in the gym that that's what could be done because they saw the journey. And then what it also did is saw people who were then at that part of the journey and were like, I want to go to the next step. And you're the person for them. So you've got people at the start that you created, and then you've got people here, which other people come in on the journey and pay attention on and go, cool, So everybody wants this person.
Yeah.
It's like when I first walked into the dealership to buy my first car, the first Mercedes. If the guy came out to me and was like, I only sell AMGs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
So I walk out, right? But what did he do? He sold me a sports car that was within my budget.
Yeah.
What did I do? I used it. I came back and I bought an AMG.
Yeah.
Right? So we're those people. We're like, I'm going to create this person, and then I'm going to show the people that I can do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attract a bunch of people that are already here.
Yep.
But nobody wants to do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. A high caliber person, someone down the road that you want to niche down to, they're looking for proof.
Yep.
Right? There's not many people that aren't looking for proof. Like there's maybe a couple you can, if you can sell the legs off a chair, sure, you can talk your way into it, but you'll get caught out. And I've seen it literally firsthand. But
As a client.
I've seen it firsthand as other coaches. Like you can talk the talk, and then it's like a couple months in, it's like, where's the fucking results, bro?
Yeah.
So you need the social proof.
Yep.
So like people just like the idea of niching down. And they like the idea of like having a book of these clients, and they want this promised land. But it's like you haven't thought about what it's going to take to get there.
Yeah.
And what it is you've got to hold yourself to a high level of standard and lead from the front.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, what are you doing with your own training? Because like you got no proof.
Yep.
So you got to lead. You got to show people that you live the lifestyle. And then what people do you currently have that you could turn into who you want and to attract? And then you just market the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
So I think, we're just missing the messaging a little bit. Like missing, a lot of people just want that outcome, don't want to do what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
So
we've got just to layer on top of that, because I think, like you said, people think that our client books just look the way that they do.
Yeah.
Because of the coaches we are, the experience or whatever. That's 6 people in the photo shoot tomorrow.
Yep.
We've got a couple coming in from Perth. They're sent through the photos during the week.
Yeah, amazing.
Insane transformations.
Ridiculous.
The people that you would have looked at and just went like, they don't go to the gym.
Yeah. Like the before photo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
just
13 months ago.
Yep.
Now they're flying from Perth to Melbourne to be in a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And lift weights in front of a camera. And you'll go, oh, Ben's so lucky. He's got 6 people going to a photo shoot. I want better clients. They weren't photo shoot clients.
Yeah.
They were lifestyle that wanted to go overseas and improve their overall health and look better and feel more confident and improve their body composition.
Yeah.
Now they do time dedicated cuts. My clients message me like, hey, can we like fucking play with this leading into the photo shoot? I've dropped my carbs to this. What do you think? I'm like, fucking, you guys are bodybuilders now. It's wild. I've got one that, granted, did like hit the platform just before they started training with me. High squats, no pause, poor technique, body composition, had it, but it wasn't there. Turned into a national athlete within a year.
Yeah.
I didn't get the national athlete approach me. I was like, hey, you have this. Do you want to pursue it?
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. I've got a girl who was still at a group gym. Was like, I'm not really getting results. I'm frustrated. I want to go to the gym because I've seen a lot of the results that you get with your girls, and I want help, but I'm really scared of like,
go in the gym.
I'm not going to like squat in front of the mirror and stuff. Like, I'm fucking terrified. I'm like, okay, so if we start with a machine-based program, 3-4 days a week, how do you feel about that? Yep, cool. We're just going to eat well. Then we introduced macros. Then we introduced the barbell. Then we introduced a lift off, and she's going to compete for the 3rd or 4th time at the end of this year. And she's coming from Sydney for the photo shoot tomorrow.
Yeah.
With abs and quad separation.
Yeah.
Like, this is, again, like, I wouldn't take someone from BFT. I'm a strength coach.
Yeah.
Like, her friend is now coming to the photo shoot who watched her and was like, I want to do that. Cool. Train him like a bodybuilder for 6 months. Coming to the shoot. And then he's going to do a powerlifting. We've just transitioned to the barbell now. And everyone at the end of the year will go, fuck, Ben's got 8 powerlifters competing. Yeah. Where did they come from? Yeah. So I'm still doing that now online. Yeah. So it's not like I signed a girl up during the week who's a fucking weapon before me. Like, yes, I get people that walk in that are incredible athletes.
You don't get those people. But they have no trust in you. Yeah. If you haven't done it in the past.
She signed up because of the one that didn't have good lifting technique that made nationals that now's in incredible shape and was like, I've seen that and I want what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that doesn't happen unless you look at someone and go, I'm going to like hold you to these standards and get you there. Yeah. And it's like, how many of these coaches who aren't happy with who they're working with are prepared to do that? You know, how many results do they have? Like, you know, it's like, lay it out. How long you been in the industry for? Tell me where your portfolio is. Show it to me. Yeah. Have you got 6? It's like, what? So you get 1 result a year? Yeah. If you've been in here for 6 years, like, I don't know. It's like, have you only got 2? You've been in for 2 years? Like, I can show you in the last 5 years, I could probably show you 100.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just bringing up the data.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what I mean? No, it's like we are losing why we're here for. Yeah. It's like we're here to get results. Yeah. And it's like once you start the results, it's like, what do people do? They see it, they want it, they talk about it, they ask you questions, and then they are like they either are where they were or where they're at now.
Yeah.
And you get to decide like how much you lean into the marketing of either. Because if you want to be that person that's like, I'll take you from the genist of pop, and I will turn you into someone who looks like they lift.
Yeah.
Or you lean into, I've taken someone to here and now they're here. And it's like, and you just double down on that. All of a sudden, you're getting people that are coming 3 to 5 days a week, committed to their training, values, blah, blah, blah. But like, I just don't believe people are doing that.
Yeah, and I think they blame the client for it.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. So my next question was going to be, how did we get, because I look at this myself. Like, I did that bikini pageant thing in, like, 2018 or something. I had 6 girls go through.
Oh, yeah. FBME?
Yeah. Like a sports pageant-y kind of, not quite bikini.
Yeah, it's like, what? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I just approached it as like, all these girls are going to look 6 weeks out. That was like my approach. And it was 6 weeks out then. It's not the standard now.
But it's all right, man.
Don't hate me.
Yeah, it's like 12 weeks.
my competitor this year will look fucking great, all right?
Yeah, I'll make sure of it. She's not getting up there without STC on it underneath that.
Hey, we won nationals.
I'm kidding.
So I would say like one of those girls approached me specifically off the podcast, was like, I want to do this. And she took out the national championship. Surprise. The other girls were kind of like, I think you can do this. So you want to train, you want to eat, you want to look good, you want to feel good. I think we can set this as a stretch goal for you, and I'll hold you to a standard to reach it, and these are the outcomes you're going to get if you do it.
Yeah.
And I've told the story on the pod, if you go back 1 million episodes ago, of like how their cycles synced.
Yeah.
And like, it was like clockwork, bro. It was like every day I would get the message from a different person, like, I'm not doing it. And then I'd be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I know your waist measurements are up. I understand. Give it 3 days. Cool. Now your waist has dropped to 2 centimeters. Are we good? Yep. All right. Move along. They're not people that came to me like, I want to get on stage in a bikini.
Yeah.
So if I list it off, it's like Tough Mudder, 21Ks, Gen Pop mums with their daughter did it.
Yeah.
We ran boxing groups and like had genist of pops, and we were like
doing like head feints and shit.
Yeah. It's like if you hit at the right time and you twist your hand, you cut their cheek, and they were like, "Whoa, this is the best."
Yeah, they loved it.
We trained them how we were training boxing wise, powerlifting from in the gym, testing through to national level athletes and competitors, bodybuilders, like physique athletes, let's say.
Yeah, photo shoots into contest prep.
Yep, done it.
Yeah.
What else have I done? I think that's kind of it that I've driven. How did we do that? How do you take someone that walks into the gym? Because most of those people are just like, I want to lose 5 to 15 kilos.
Well, I think you know what you're capable of as the coach, and we always have known we've been exceptional at our jobs just because the effort and the time and the systems and stuff we put in. And I just don't think we've ever looked at someone and just written them off.
Yeah.
How many people look at someone and just go, I won't take them on, I'm either too good for this or whatever. And we've just like...
Do you reckon they take them on, though, and then just don't try?
They've written them off at some point. You know?
So they take on the client, but they don't...
Yeah, they also don't hold themselves to a high standard like we have and do. Like, we were results-driven, man.
Yeah.
We were always taking measurements. Everyone had a program from day one.
Yep. So you metric yourself against results.
Yeah, and you were like, you'd get upset when your client didn't get results. You know what I mean? Like, so you take that mentality to everything.
Yeah.
And you micromanage everything. And then, again, like, if you're so obsessed with getting results, somewhat an ego thing as well as it's your job.
Yeah.
How does that trickle down into your coaching method? What systems do you put in place for your clients to meal prep, train, recover, be consistent, all of that? And it's like, what things are you tracking? What conversations are you talking about? And it's like, how does that positively impact the outcome? Exponentially. All of a sudden, someone who wanted to lose 10 kilos now wants to think about another goal. Like, we put people in a position to think about something else, which they never probably thought they ever would.
Yeah.
We've always talked about it. Sometimes, like, how many conversations have you had about, hey, you've lost the 10 kilos now. You don't ever have to think about that anymore.
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
Yeah.
Build this. Then it's the layer of goal of like, this is what I've always wanted. Yeah, I've always wanted to look like that.
So I don't know if you have, and either way, I've never had that conversation because there's always something.
Yeah.
When someone starts with me, it's like, oh, I just want to get in shape and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, cool. A girl at the moment that I trained a few years ago, had a kid, come back, and she's like, back when we were training together ages ago, issues with food, didn't want to eat more, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Come back now, she's just gone into like her first growth phase. When we first did the consult, I was like, oh, like maybe we could look at like a photo shoot. You can kind of determine how seriously we take it. If you want to do it like a prep, if you want to do it just like for fun, lifestyle-y kind of vibes. And just was like just chipping away again, results. Hit the growth phase. She's like, I want to do a photo shoot at the end of the year. So I've never had to have the like. She lost the 5 centimeters off her waist that she wanted to do. She got her lifestyle back because the previous method she was using wasn't working. I've never had that conversation because it's already like, I reckon we could do this next.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think I'm just going down the route of like, we just achieve the goals that people want and then they pick new ones.
Yeah, and
like how many people will hire a trainer to do the job and then they just become friends and then they just do shit.
Yeah,
and it's like you hired for the outcome. Like, do you guys just forget about it? Like,
but I think you're the same as me. As you're looking at, you believe in them more than they believe themselves. So you're aiming for. Yeah, I know you want to lose 10 kilos, but trust me, like you wait till you lose 10 kilos and then we grow you a set of glutes.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
but too many people never get the 10 off.
Yeah, so they either don't lose the 10.
Yeah.
And because the trainer's not holding themselves accountable to the outcome enough. But we're so sure of the 10 that there's more. You can do more than that because that's easy.
Yeah. It all comes down to being results driven. I just don't think people are results driven enough, and then like just no one is going to gravitate to anyone doing anything if they're not good at it. Like I just don't. It's like, why would you pick like even just choose a mentor? Yeah, I'm not choosing no. If you ain't got runs on the board, man, I don't give a fuck how good you are at speaking. Yeah, like we corded out ours. It's like they had to have runs on the board. They had to align with us, language, etc. Yeah, but they still had to have the results. Yeah. So it's the same. You want a higher caliber of person. You're trying to attract a specific person, and then like everyone's like niche down to talk to people. I love it. Yeah, absolutely here for it. You have to have some people though to show that you can do it. And if you don't, live the lifestyle yourself. Yep. So you can prove somewhere that you have it.
I wonder how big a role our obsession
of course
played in the success of the coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. You absolutely can lean off some of your own experience with yourself. Yeah. To leverage your business when you don't have the social proof elsewhere. Yeah. But there just has to become a point where you need to show people you're good at getting them results and not yourself.
Yeah, 100%. So so we've got believe in the client more than them. Hold yourself accountable to the result. Yeah.
Be results driven. That should be
results driven. Yep. Set goals before the first goal has finished. I think instead of like talking about using ourselves as reference points for success, I think the community that we created, especially over here, was heavily influenced by the fact we were so obsessed with our own outcomes and our own results with training that we were learning constantly, we were applying constantly, we were refining and like, how do we apply this to our clients?
It was
How do
doing
we...
something different, always implementing new things.
And you're talking to clients and you're like, oh, I'm doing this fucking like new macro thing and I've got this new cycle diet, or I'm like, hey, we're going to try like this. I want you to try this with your training today with like, do this with your bicep curls, do this with your row. Like,
Yeah.
because we were so invested in what we were doing, so passionate about what we were doing with our own training, that rubbed off on the clients.
Yeah, you're setting a good example too.
Mm.
And I think there's a tremendous amount of value in that. Because people want the personal trainer who's doing the stuff.
Yeah, and it's inspiring. Right? Like
you're there to, that's partly why you're there.
Speak of the mentoring thing, like I look at what the guys are doing, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's sick.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to stretch. I want to get to another level. I want to be on their level. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's multi-layered, but just...
So give yourself completely to your own training. It's a hard line to walk, though, because we were so... We were so conscious of applying it in an appropriate way to our clientele. And I think coaches are just like, become like this, I've trained and you're a peasant. Like, you've got to have that.
Yeah. You have to rely on your own stuff until you don't. And at the start, when you knew, it's a good thing to do.
Yes and no. Like, I think my clients responded to me doing the shoot. Now.
Well, these ones did.
As like a looking to...
Yeah. So, but like...
From an inspiration standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not from a marketing standpoint.
But like, so I have nothing. No social proof, no skills, no results, no nothing.
Yeah.
What do you have?
You
only have yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that like, if someone's listening and they're like, well, I would like to have a book of clients that are committed and all that. It's like, well, how would I start? I think you've got to start with yourself and show people you can lead by example. And no, like,
I think was kind of saying different things. So I'm saying that the premise that like you lead by example and use your own stuff works for a period of time. I don't think it ever...
It's got an expiry date.
I don't think it does, because it's like you train... Like, your clients want to see you getting after it in the gym. Well, you don't have to compete, but they have to know you're working.
I disagree now.
Interesting.
I'm good at my job, and I can prove it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have to.
Do you think they are willing to lift more because they know
I think I've got
you do it?
I think for some of them it definitely adds to, but I think I'm in a position at the moment now where I don't have to. But I've done it for fucking 20 like 16 years.
Yeah.
So I think there will become a point where the proof is elsewhere, and people can see it.
Yeah.
But I think up until then, it's like you've got to lean on the other elements that kind of will give you authority.
Yeah, I just got so much feedback from the shoot of just like, it's so good seeing you like struggle.
Yeah,
not in that language, but like
yeah. And now look, I think maybe because that was a pursuit that you don't do regularly.
True.
I've been doing this. I haven't deviated from bodybuilding and body composition ever. So it was kind of like. Yeah, I got recognition, but people were like, when you just hold yourself to it.
Shape.
When people hold yourself to a standard, they're just like, he's just doing it again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like that as well. Like, it's just like if you stick to one place to operate in, like the expectation is
so
that
you should just do a powerlifting prep.
Well, I reckon I'd probably get a lot more traction because it's like outside of what people's expectations are of you.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm very confident that like if I were ever to step away from like a full-time pursuit of bodybuilding, that I would still attract bodybuilders because I've got lots of clients, I've got lots of social proof, the messaging's great, the marketing's there. Like
I have that now with powerlifting.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've got it, but like for those people trying to build that, it's like results driven, learn how to take your current clients into them, and then lean off, like know what it's like to be an elite client, know what it's like to be an elite person pursuing a goal. That's where you and I were just dialed in. It's like the logbook, the micromanagement of the nutrition, the recovery, holding yourself accountable. Like we knew what it was like what those higher standards look like. So we tried to replicate that with our clients, and we fucking held people to it too.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest disconnect, I think, is people are too scared because they run their business in fear. So you and I, although we probably still ran our business in fear sometimes, because maybe we weren't making enough or whatever, we still held people to the things that they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
And when they didn't, we would find solutions so that they would.
Yeah.
How many coaches who aren't making enough money, who don't know where their next client's coming from, who don't know how to run a business, who let their clients dictate all of their outcomes, who are scared to tell them what to do in fear of them leaving, actually hold them accountable to the shit that they say they're going to do, so that they get results. So maybe they don't get results with them because they're too scared, because they don't know how to run a fucking business.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, how do we break the chain?
Yeah.
And if someone's listening, it's like, well, where am I in this? Where do I sit right now? Am I someone who's not running a business properly and I can't command my clients? And I mean command in a nice way. Or am I running a good business, but I'm good at relationships and I'm not doubling down on results enough?
Yeah.
And if I do get results and I'm not attracting the person that I want, maybe I'm just really fucking bad at marketing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they're the 3 directions someone could possibly walk from.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
So going back to the original question, which was everyone in your gym is going to that gym to look better.
Yes.
And I think that is probably the same online, except for a very hyper-specific group.
Yeah, small markets.
That is very fucking hard to be competitive in.
Yes.
Because you're competing against the best of the best. If you can front-end sell the solution to the problem they have and understand that your training modality can deliver that outcome, but your training modality also comes with side benefits, feeling strong's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Building muscle's fucking cool. Being a weapon, like performance training's fucking cool. So you're taking hey, let's go lose 5 kilos. We're going to do it this way. Look how fucking cool this is.
Yeah.
And get them to fall in love with that along the way. That's when you get these clients that we refer to as we built.
Yeah.
Because we showed someone how fucking cool the barbell was, or how fucking cool it was to catch a tricep in the mirror for the first time.
Created opportunities for them too. So it's like, how many people are like creating opportunities where you can go that extra level? It's like the lift off for us is that like they're all gateway things to like greater pursuits. Yeah. And I just think too many people are probably just getting bogged down in the day to day. Maybe they're getting a little bit of results, but they're not kind of like facilitating those pathways. I'd be really surprised that if they, zoomed out and created a pathway to like an elite status lifter, for example, for someone who wants to get into that stuff for powerlifting, 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, it's not an accident that they've got a group of people.
Yeah. And that's where the effort that we put into our own training mattered.
Yes.
Because the lift off was, the first one was I wanted to test.
It was just us throwing weight around.
Let's bring some people. And
I nearly tore my bicep.
The first photo shoots were the same.
Yeah.
We wanted to get in shape, so we're like, fuck it, we'll do a shoot. Oh, let's invite clients.
Do it with a bunch of people. Yeah.
So yeah, being willing to bring people in on what you're doing, if that's your training modality and you're passionate about it, I know, I feel like that was really useful.
Yeah, it was. We went a lot of places. It was good though.
All right, if you need help with any of this, so any of those 3 things that Jay said, so you feel like you're struggling to get enough clients to feel confident enough to not run your business in fear, or you've gotten results but you're not attracting the people that you want, or you just don't feel like you're getting the results that you should be.
Yeah, it's a skill shortage,
that's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Within our 2 coaching programs. So go to the website, check out Breakout PT. We can fix the business problem. We can add $1,000 of income to your business in 6 weeks. If you're doing pretty good in the business, but you're not getting the results, you're frustrated with who you're working with, you're not getting the outcomes you want, check out Standout PT. It'll take you 10K months, hybrid training, face-to-face and online in less than 30 hours per week. Don't forget, obviously, like, share, subscribe to the pod. Helps us get the reach out, so we really appreciate everyone that has done and continues to do and support the pod. Feel free to drop a comment, give us some feedback what you think as well, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.